I'm not going to empower you. I'm going to recognize that even if you can't see it right now, you are already so powerful. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the channel where we are all about shattering the mental health stigma. If you haven't already, please make sure you make sweet, sweet love to that subscribe button. Give the bell a few kisses so you're not missing any of this content designed to help you with your mental health or help someone else. And if you need a little extra guidance, a little extra direction in your mental health journey, you can check out my happiness boost course, which I will link below, that goes through the exact steps that I took to get out of that darkness, to find the other side of that. It can help you put your pieces back together, even if you are feeling like a total hot mess. Today, I'm going to be reacting to Beyond the Realms of Death by Judas Priest. This was one of those really weird situations where people kept requesting that I react to Judas Priest, and I was thinking, what are you talking about? I've already reacted to Judas Priest. And then I go back to see what song I'd reacted to so I could choose another one and went, wait, I've never done Judas Priest. I thought I had, but then I realized, okay, well, I did the song Judas by Fozzy. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. But apparently I've never done Judas Priest, and I was getting a lot of flack for it. So we are diving in today, Beyond the Realms of Death. So let's see what this band has to offer. Apparently I've never listened to them in my life.
When we first started making heavy metal music all those years ago, it was the start of a pretty new sound, really. It was crossing over from all those great hard rock, progressive rock, blues rock, psychedelic rock bands. And we like to take pride that we believe, and I think the world believes, that heavy metal was invented in the UK. When we started off, it was kind of called classic heavy metal, and to a great extent, that's what we still are after all these years. We're a classic heavy metal band, even though we've done a lot of things. And because this is a kind of a classic heavy metal show, we want to take you back to a classic heavy metal album, Stained Class. And this is a ballad, an infamous ballad, a beautiful ballad with a lot of power and a lot of emotion. This is Beyond the Realms of Death.
They couldn't understand. They washed and dressed him, fat ham by hand. Yeah! I've left them all behind. I am safe here in my mind. I'm free to speak with my own kind. This is my life, this is my life, and it's all I do.
I love those delicious little sound bites that come from bands like this, and I just wonder over and over, where were y'all when I was in my teens and 20s and just could have used this kind of energy? But I also love, by the way, that his jacket, when he stepped back out into the dimmed light to start singing, his jacket started sparkling, and it just gave off this ethereal kind of vibe, this fairy-like vibe, just magic vibe, and I loved that. But lyrically, he shut down. He's self-isolating. That's something that's very common for people who are struggling with their mental health. And it's often they feel abandoned, they feel betrayed, or they might just feel misunderstood, like nobody's understanding their mental health struggles. So they retreat into their mind because that feels safe. So we have this defense mechanism of retreating into ourselves, into our minds, because you can hang out with your people, your own mind, your own thoughts, your own voices. But the problem with that is those voices aren't always giving you what you need to grow and to thrive. It can often be met with limiting beliefs or with negative self-talk and stuff. So there is power in retreating into yourself, and that's kind of what this sounds like, is he's retreating in himself to be able to find that power, that strength. But if not done correctly, if you're just listening to your shadow, this can backfire.
When lights in there, staring into space, no sign of light would flicker on his face, until one day he smiled. It seemed as though it bright, the wind kissed him goodbye. Yeah, I've left the world behind. I am safe here in my mind. I'm free to speak with my own kind. This is my life, this is my life. All is all I know. In the wild and all is safe. It's not fit for living in. Yeah, I will start again. It will take forever and ever and ever and ever and not to wait.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind there a little bit. I almost paused right before that. I'm learning. See, I'm learning. I realized it was going into that and decided to hold off because I didn't want to offend the metal gods. But what was that? What was that sound? Somebody's gonna have to explain that to me in the comments because it's another one of those. I don't know what they're doing with their instrument. I don't know what they're doing right now with their fingers, but that's unique, and I love the new unique sounds. Him staring into space, seemingly lifeless. I think that symbolizes hopelessness in the sense of alienation. I think the smiling with pride, that signifies that rare moment of internal victory that we have, where it can feel like we're just the biggest failures in the world, but we can have that moment of internal victory, or as I like to call it, that win. You have that small win, and I am a big advocate for building on those, for creating those. But you have that internal victory, that connection, that resolution, and even amidst the pain, you're getting that even amidst the pain, and it shows that even in the darkness, that spark of hope, that spark of purpose can emerge. And I think that the wind kissing him goodbye, I don't think that this is literal death. I think it's a metaphorical transition of him finding strength. Again, hence the starting again, even if it takes forever. It certainly can take forever. It can take so long, but if you never take that first step, you're never going to get closer to it. Like he said, you can still win. You can still find little wins. You can build on those wins. You can still get to the other side of that darkness.
How many like you? Heart of steel. Who to us seem to have lost the will. They're lying thousands laying lost. His knowledge this bitter cause. I've left the world behind. I am safe enough in my mind. I'm free to speak with my own kind. This is my life. This is my life. Not inside of you. Keep the vibe and all it says. It's got fits all over.
So that is Judas Priest. Okay, I feel like they were well worth the hype. I feel like they earned their reputation. I'm just curious, and maybe this is just me and my generation, but we were never introduced to stuff like this in our music classes or anything like that. We relied on friends, to introduce us to these kinds of bands, this kind of music, or maybe our parents, people in our lives, is my point. When the educators are missing an amazing opportunity to showcase the gamut of talent, the gamut of sounds and potential within the music community. And I'm just not only blown away by his voice, but I'm still so often shocked by the sounds that can come out of guitars and come out of these instruments. It's just still blows my mind when I hear new things that I'm going, I'm so curious, and I love that curiosity. I love things that can trigger that curiosity, make me go, how are they doing that? I love that so much. My favorite line though was, is knowledge worth the bitter cost? Because while knowledge is power, right? We've been told that our whole lives. Knowledge is power. Being informed about everything, realizing the depravity of the world, seeing the cruelty in others, the potential for that cruelty, it can weigh on us and it can weigh on our mental state. And I feel like there have been so many times where I resonated more with the sometimes ignorance is bliss if there's nothing that I can do to change the situation. I don't want to constantly be bombarded with all of these negative depictions and things. I want to be able to utilize that energy to help, so to help people that are struggling, to help them see that power that I was talking about in the beginning when I did that opening thought, where it was, no, I want you to see the strength and power that I see in you. And I think that that comes from, yes, staying informed, but also staying present in your world and thinking about reflecting, okay, there's these things that are going on. At what point do I say there's too much being shoved into my brain? At what point do I say that there's kind of a cutoff where knowledge isn't power anymore? It's crippling. When you're getting too much knowledge of these events and stuff, it can be crippling. But I think Beyond the Realms of Death reinforces that powerful narrative about disillusionment with the world, disillusionment with society, and a retreat, which can be, it's obviously a retreat beyond physical existence, right? And that can be interpreted as death, or it can just be a mental escape. It can be a transcendent state, and that can be something something productive, something positive, something that is helping you move in the right direction, or it can be something that is more destructive. So it's really up to you. I really like that he's saying, I'll still win, I'll decide. It is a very empowering song that, yes, has emotions, yes, has darkness, yes, has these dark thoughts, but I took it to be very empowering. So maybe I'm completely off base there, but for me, it was very empowering. For me, I now feel very energized. For me, I am really excited down the line to dive more into their discography, more into their work, and see what else they have to offer. Because he was saying that they have a lot of different sounds. This is a ballad, which, like I said, I was not expecting a ballad, but this was a ballad that there's a lot of different sounds. So I'm excited down the line to dive into that, see what else they have to offer. But thank you so much for, really, really driving home that I needed to do Judas Priest. Like I said, I thought I already had. So I thought, oh, I don't think it's been that long. I feel like I did some not too long ago. But here we are, and still got to have that first time experience. I appreciate you guys being on me. Don't forget to share your mental health stories here in the comments, good, bad, and crazy. That's how we shatter the mental health stigma, is by talking about it. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.